Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry there's no new flipping footage, no videos of flipping, nothing really new. A lot of the old footage I had is gone or has been just kind of lost in other flash drives and other places. So that's that. But I wanted to talk today about something that I started 9 months ago and then kind of put on the back burner and then kind of turned the back burner off. But I got some free time and I wanted to kind of get back into this project. So once again, 9 months ago, I had this idea that I wanted to make my own Balisong. I'd heard about Knife Zoid and how the Alpha Beast came out, and after getting to flip the Alpha Beast, I looked at it and I was like, this has really good ideas. I want to do something that has similar ideas, but I want to do it like my own way and kind of work on the things that I think are important to flipping. And I spent a good amount of time making lists of what I wanted, putting things down, and getting some good ideas. This is a drawing from the 7th of November in 2013. Just some dimensional things I wanted to get. I hope the focus actually works. I wanted a Bally that kind of resembled, what a flipper wanted. I wanted the ideal flipping knife. So I'm kind of modeling this idea off of not only the Alpha Beast to a point, but the 51, the 42, the Tachyon 2. I'm trying to take all of my favorite things from all of the different knives I've flipped and put them all together. And that's where this whole prototype is coming from. The dimensions are basically fit off of what I think would be the right length. The blade is basically fit to what I think would be a cool looking blade that would also have the right amount of weight on the end. And then I wanted a little kind of horn, some horns, not like protruding horns, but I didn't want to have like Alpha Beast completely gone. So yeah, been working on this. I spent a lot of hours kind of getting things together and then jotting it down and all of that. But now I think it's important to go over and show you the 3D modeling that I've been working on. I decided that I was going to go ahead and teach myself SolidWorks, which was a very long process. I mean, CAD software on its own, you could write an entire book on it and it would only scratch the surface of what you can do. So here is my first handle design. This one right here is a channel design that I wanted to go with. It lacks a lot of features. It's very odd, but it has nothing's really refined. There's some jagged edges. It's not really constructed well, and it was kind of like a rough draft, but it had the idea and design that I had wanted. So we decided after that I was going to go with something a little bit better, and this is currently my final product for the handle. The handle is just around 14 centimeters long, and it features a lot of different contours. There's this countersunk hole in the center here. If we look at the actual handle itself, you'll notice that it is not a channel, so to say, but it's not a sandwich construction either. There's not a Zen pin, but rather what I would call a Zen bar. This is my solution to the complexity of having Zen pins. I like the hole in the center. I like the look. Someone said it looks like a propeller, and it kind of does. Now you're probably wondering what the actual blade looks like, so let's look at the prototype of the business end of our knife. I found a picture of what was like a really cheap Balisong, but it had the coolest blade design ever, and I was like, I have to try and model it. So after drawing a few things by hand, I came up with this guy. This is the blank blade slate, and yes, it has some imperfections. This is not my final result, but it does have mostly the correct dimensions. It has this kind of curvature that I like, and it's sort of recurve, Tonto style, and whatever this is, I kind of like. But that eventually turned into this. So this is my final kind of completed blade. Everything lines up pretty well, so I've made sure that this little tang area, because there's no tang pin, but I made sure that that's going to prevent the handles from touching the open position, and also having this area and this area that exact dimension. Not only does it have a cool style, but it also prevents the blade from being hit by the handles. So that's all been taken care of and all thought of. Kind of just some smaller afterthoughts or some chamfering up here. So what's it look like all together? It looks like this. So I'm pretty proud of my ability to put this together, especially as someone who has never worked in CAD software. I actually had to take a lot of breaks from doing this project and work on smaller 3D imaging projects, and I'd made gifts for people before when I got into 3D printing. So this is kind of like the biggest challenge for me, especially because I had to think about it in real world terms, and then I wanted it to be as perfect as possible. So my real question to everyone is, how can I get this made into reality? How can I get this made into an actual knife? Is there a company I can contact? Are there knife makers out there who would be willing to, maybe throw me a bone on this one? So yeah, I want to make this a reality. I'm looking for any help, any advice on who I could contact or what I could do to, get this thing made and printed out. I'd love to not only have it and, get to flip it and play around with it, but I'd love to find a way for other people to maybe try it out if it is very fun, and, I want to see how that goes. So thanks for listening to my rambling, and